Okay. Sorry about that. I had some very unusual technical difficulties before I could get to the highway. And funnily enough, I did have some perping. I'll try to load that later on with my dash cam. But anyways, here I go on this road up north. Planning to go do some little bit of fishing. Kind of get away for a little bit. We'll see how that works. But here we go. Let's see what BS I start experiencing, if I do. Hopefully not. But it's almost inevitable. And here's what I'll call out, because this is the typical thing that they'll do, and I can point it out. Here we go, syncing up right now to the right. Right there to the right-hand side. There you go. And that's all they're going to do, really, from here on out. What's up, Julius? So I just wanted to point that out because I'm calling it out. I'm going to try to zoom in the best I can to every car experience that does the synchronization. It's like, as people that want to pretend like, they're going to be joining onto the highway, but they're not. It's just part of the plausible deniability factor. So I'm going to pass over here right now. I'm going to pass these two cars. But I'm not going to go faster than, 60, 63, around there. Speed limit right now is 60 miles an hour coming up. Let me zoom in. Let me start zooming in. Come on, focus. I don't know why it's not. There we go. Now it's focusing. Fire trucks, police, CNS. Yup. You know what happened the other day, and it was. I was like, wow, crazy. I approached an intersection. I was just actually leaving the post office, and about maybe a mile and a half up the road is where there's one of the fire stations. And as I got to the intersection, all of a sudden behind me there's this fire truck I see coming on the road. And what does he do? Turn on his flashing lights, the sirens, all that. So I just stay in place. He goes around me to cross the intersection, and he continues going straight. So then here I go going myself. I get the green finally, and so I start going down the road, and then I can see the fire truck like way up ahead, and he doesn't have the lights on anymore. So just like the police, they do that too. They don't want to wait at an intersection. They'll just turn on their emergency lights and the sirens just so they can go right through. And then they drive for like maybe a mile and a half like that with the sirens on until they're out of sight, out of mind, basically. And then they turn them off. They just don't want to wait at the light. You know what I'm saying? And I've experienced that a handful of times. And watch over here, synchronization again. See that shit, guys? Look at that crap. See that shit? So you want to rocks in your windshield? I'll give them to you. There's another one syncing up right over here to the left. See the truck? Joining up. There you go, guys. Look at that bullshit. Can't make it up. Can't make this shit up. You're seeing it for yourself live. There's another one coming up, it looks like, over here. This guy's going to do the Yui. Yep, there he is. Look up ahead, guys. To get in front. That's the name of the game. Can't make this shit up, guys. This is the program right here. This is how it works. I wish I could say I was lying, but I'm not. This is really how it works. I'm going to get to the right to pass. Watch, they're going to speed up. Let me call it out. They're going to speed up. Look at this. I almost guarantee you. That's what these jerks. BCYY00 is the license plate on these guys right here. Look at that. The usual black, dark tint. Whatever you say, guys. And chances are, watch, they're going to just turn off over here at this gas station to the left. I bet you. Look at this. There's a gas station over here to the left. But either way, they're not even driving fast. As you can see, they're staying way back there because it's part of the program. Hopefully the live is still going. I don't know if it is or not. But maybe somebody can chime in. Let me know if it's frozen or if it's actually working. Yeah, dark tint is illegal, Julius. You can have what I have, which is like, this 15%. Anything more than that is considered illegal, if you get what I'm saying. And so now watch, that 4Runner, they just went ahead and got into the slow lane now. They just switched lanes. All part of the program. I know, same here. I see the dark tint all over the place. In fact, I think I'm like 99% certain that my parents are perps. They got super dark tint on all of their vehicles. And in fact, check this one out, man. What I'm going to tell you right now is kind of crazy. So back in 2024 is when I noticed that my dad had acquired this black Ford truck, and it was like brand new, except here's the thing. It had Arizona plates with an expiration of 2021. And we're here in New Mexico. I wish I would have taken a photo of it, but I never did. And that truck has like 5% tint. You can't see inside of it. So that's like beyond highly suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Why would my dad have a truck with Arizona plates with an expiration of 2021 and the year was 2024? Yeah, can't make that make sense because he's a part of something. Well, anyways, I'm going to be having service for maybe the next 2 more miles. And then after that, it's going to be done because I'm going to have to drive into that canyon that's between those up in there. There's a canyon I'll be entering. And so there's not going to be any more service, but I just wanted to point out this synchronization stuff that they do as I head out this way. And that's all that they do. It's always a synchronization like that, or to get in front to try to slow you down. And actually, I have a very late start to go to where I'm headed to go fish into the creek or stream. It's more like a stream. It's about maybe 8 to 12 feet wide. So maybe, I guess it's considered more like a stream. But my sister called me this morning, and she lives up in Germany, and so we had a little chat for a while. And then my landlord showed up, so I got to have a little chat with him for a bit.